Hello and welcome back. This is Wednesday, you guys, June 24th, 2026, and this is We Grow Wednesday, where we take some time out of our week, the midweek, that hump day, if you will, to look around and find out what's going on with our health, our wellness, the fitness and science. It all kind of combines into our sustainability, right? So we're going to look into that here in a few minutes. Let me play a little intro to get the party started. If you guys could help me out, hit that like button, share it out with some friends. If you're watching us on the replay, comment below. Let us know that you were here afterwards, and we'll respond. We'll be able to see that people actually watched it later on. But we'll be right back again. Let's grow.
Scrolling through the noise, stories hitting hard, cutting through the void. Big Ugg pulling strings, poison in the feed. What they're selling us ain't what we need. Posting articles, lighting up the screen, common struggle shared, know what I mean. Time to wake 'em now, see the hidden game. We grow Wednesday, hey, stop and look around. We grow Wednesday, plant it in the ground. Grow our own, break the chains, rise up strong. Knowledge in our veins where we belong. We grow, yeah, we grow. Every soul gotta eat, fuel the fire inside. But the cause of twisting truth, trying to hide. Processed lies on shelves, stealing our health away. New tech coming fast, showing us a better way. Community talking, sharing what we find. Self-sustainable minds, leaving change behind. Digging in the dirt or digging for the truth. We grow Wednesday, hey, stop and look around. We grow Wednesday, plant it in the ground. Grow our own, break the chains, rise up strong. Knowledge in our veins where we belong. We grow, yeah, we grow. No more blind, no more fed their lies. Hands in the soil, fire in our eyes. From seed to strength, we're taking control. Empower the body, empower the soul. Wednesday rolls again, gather round the feed. Health and wellness news, planting every seed. Growing food ourselves, growing who we are. Better versions rise, shooting for the stars. Big Food's empire cracks. We won't bound time. We grow Wednesday. Hey, hey, stop it on Wednesday. We grow Wednesday. Hey.
we are back, and Tala's covered by the chat. Let me fix that here. Okay. Technical
How
problems
dare you?
always. You say what?
How dare you?
Hey, I mean, it's kind of like you're holding on to the chat. You could have it like right where your hand, like this. Like, let's go holding holding the chat here. All right, let me just move it up. Anyway, we are here. It's Wednesday, June 24th, 2026, and that's a powerful statement that we kind of overlook a lot. We are here. We are here. We're present. We are, you know, trying to do something with other people. Like we wouldn't, we would just be on a phone call if we weren't trying to involve you guys and trying to involve as many people as possible, not just to hear ourselves talk, but because we're interested to learn things. Tala and I are both curious people, both, you know, have been through a lot, and we leverage that experience with the fact that we don't know everything to come together and try to figure something out. Well, what's going on in the world, what's happening around us. There's some really good stories we got today. There's a little video I'm going to play about the truth behind insurance when it comes to pharmaceuticals.
Oh, you
And
were living your
What?
life.
hey, I
Turn
like
the
living my
volume down.
life. I don't know what he's talking about, but I like it. Let's
It
live
was a
life.
good way to start.
um, oh yeah, so the one story is about insurance and when it comes to medication and pharmaceuticals, and the next story is going to be interesting. We'll leave it at that. I can't wait to see Tala's reaction. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be such a good
Oh
clip.
my.
Oh man, a very interesting new device when it comes to wind power. And then we're going to be looking at the what was that third story? I have to look at my title again to really find out. So there's a few good stories here for sure, and we got some younger pictures. We got Tala and I as babies on the thumbnail there,
I
little
want to know what
babies.
year yours was from.
I don't know if I had turned 21 yet in that picture, but I was either 20 or 21. So
We might have been. So that would have been what about?
like 2004 ish.
I always
Yeah.
forget how much younger you are. So mine, mine was from about 1989. Yeah,
Wow.
but it about the same age. Because I was in my early 20s.
Sure.
So yeah,
Yeah, we do look
I
about the same
guessed it
age
about
there.
right.
Nice. That's good. All right, let me make sure I got the Facebook chat pulled up for whatever reason. Like we're keeping it alive, but for some reason it just Facebook wants to just die for me. But the people who I met on Facebook, the real ones, they're all over the place. I see people on YouTube and locals and Rumble, and the list goes on probably. So I appreciate you guys for finding me and sticking with me on the internet, in life, in the world, in real life. We're not a Facebook community. We're not a anything community. We're a community. Period.
We are people.
So yeah, we're people. We're real people. Damn it. And we're not going to take it anymore. No.
Real. I'm a
So
real girl.
let's see. I'm going to put the few people I see from Facebook on the door prize wheel. Alice, Margaret, Rose. Thank you for stopping over there. Appreciate it. And honestly, guys, I know a lot of us that are on the Rumble do use Facebook. So if you could hit the like buttons over there at some point when you see my page looking all bare with no likes, go check it out if you would, because it is like, I don't know, it's very sad that I built it up to over 5,000 followers, and it's just like they want to hide you. They just want to stick you away somewhere. Anyway, let's see. Rumble. We see Kayla. We see Kim. We see Margaret, Alice.
Put some emojis in the chat on YouTube. If people want to follow me there, they can find me now.
Nice.
Finally got into like a routine with these reposts where I'm like, okay, do this one, do this one, do this one.
Oh yeah, it's like a whole map out your efficiency and trying to trying to get each one fast
Well, and I know
because
how to reposting YouTube
Mm,
now.
that's nice. I need to find that
Can't believe
out.
I missed that.
But what sucks is like I give us like 4.5 minutes, or sometimes 5 minutes in some of the shows, and it's like that still doesn't seem like enough to to hit all of the spots.
Yeah, and I'm usually doing my last minute things around here, and then once we're live, it's like, oh, I need to post.
Yeah, 100 times. Diane, I see you. See a bunch of friends on the Rumble and the Locals. We are live on Locals. If you're a member, you should be able to comment for free. I don't know if you have to pay for that or not. I don't think so. Kim and Kayla, I see you on the Facebook. Yeah. So yeah, follow Tala on YouTube if you see that.
I plan to start putting some new content up on YouTube the rest of this year.
Nice.
Substack and YouTube are going to get some love they haven't had. It's like I've poured a lot, okay, into you guys on X, all right? I've poured a
Mhm.
lot in, and it's not that I'm going to stop, but I have needed to dial it back a little because I'm giving more than I'm getting back, honestly. I had 2 payouts and then nothing again this last cycle.
Hmm.
They have not fixed. Everybody's like, "Oh, the algorithm's better." No, it's not. Let's just be honest, you guys, and just chalk it up for what it is, you know. So I'm going back to mostly using X to drive traffic to my more beneficial platforms.
Mhm.
Now, I have subscribers on X. I'm not abandoning you. You guys are
Right.
still going to get subscriber only content. I want that to be perfectly clear. I'm not abandoning my subscribers. I
Those are
don't
the
do that.
people that should understand the most.
Yeah.
That have gone
Yeah.
that step to subscribe. Like
Yeah.
they should understand what you're going through. Hey, you got to
Yeah.
find the best place for you know.
And
Uh,
you got to wait so long. This is the thing. The revenue should be every 2 weeks. The subscriber payout is not like that. You have to hit $50 and they got all these other things. It can be 3 months before you see that money. It's ridiculous. So it's kind of like, I appreciate that I have it and I definitely appreciate the people contributing to it, but y'all, it's not easy. So,
mhm.
yes, you're paying half what you would on my Substack, but you're also not going to get as much as you would on my Substack. I'm just saying, just making a suggestion.
Yep. Substack, I'm on there. Uh,
Yeah.
I don't know if I haven't looked into it lately, but I made the choice to go with Locals. But I think every creator could do this, and people that are so, oh, do you have subscriptions yet? Do you not? Everyone does. What do you mean? Like you just go to a subscription platform. If people like you that much, they can.
Yeah.
We have to download apps every day almost for different random things that we don't want to
And
do.
look, it's better for so many reasons. One, if you subscribe to me on Substack, and this is the weird thing too, also, you can subscribe for free. They use that word, but so you can follow. But if you
Mhm.
are a paid subscriber on Substack, you're going to get access to more in-depth stuff, right? Um, it does cost 8 instead of $4 for that reason, you
Sure.
know. And I haven't raised that amount. It's been suggested to me
Cheers,
that I
everybody.
should, but I haven't done that to y'all. So, at some point it might go up a little bit because I'm struggling here. So if I get a bunch more paid subscribers, maybe I won't have to do that, right? But
Hmm.
I want to be able to give more to people, and it's a more stable platform, and I'm not waiting 3 months to see that money,
It's hard to
you know?
know what to put it at too in the beginning because you don't feel like you're bringing the value that you
Yeah.
might want to bring for the type of money you want to charge. But at the same time,
Yeah.
it's almost like people will dismiss you if it costs too little.
Yeah. That's the thing,
Cheap.
is finding the balance then. And for anybody who's curious and has never set one up, you guys, you could spend literally 15 minutes and set yourself up so that people can subscribe to you, paid subscribe to you. You're not having to apply for anything and wait and go through
Jump
a
through hoops.
verification
Yeah.
process like on X, and and they don't make you wait for any of it. You just set it up.
Yep.
So I
Now
feel
there
like
are
this is
some
a system to
things.
support.
Yeah, like, well, I don't know how Substack works, but on locals you have to have a certain number of followers or for a certain number of paid members to extend the live stream length.
Yeah, they're not doing that to us. Yeah. Bless you.
I caught it just and I was like, oh, I'm not gonna catch it. I caught it. I got it. All right. What do you say we get into the first story here, Tala? There's some really good ones today, and I'm gonna set our screen up a little better. In fact, while we're chatting, I'm gonna use something that I never use. Let's see here. Interesting. Okay, so I'm gonna do this. I meant to do this before. So now, if I wanted to, I could add. Let's see. Add a text box maybe. That might be a quick and easy way to do it. Okay, and then we're just gonna space it out, and then we're gonna put a color. Let's see, black. Boom. Right. Okay. So now since I did that, you guys can't see it actually, but you will be able to in a moment. And of course, I just did it on the on the wrong thing. Give me a second here.
Just dealing with some phenomenally ignorant people.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I just set us up a permanent thing on OBS to where we can still see the comments beautifully, and we can see everything else. Okay. Cool. All right. So whenever you're ready, this is pretty deep. This is reshared from my friend Apothecaro on X. The hidden cost of insurance will stun you. It's originally posted by Forest Park Pharmacy. So let me pause it here. This guy, it's 2 minutes. It's well worth it. So he owns a pharmacy, but does not take any insurance from anywhere. No insurance money. No.
I own Forest Park Pharmacy with my wife, and we don't accept any insurance. That lets us charge real prices as opposed to the fake stuff insurance companies charge. That also allows us to be a problem solver for people who run into insurance nonsense caused by their greed. Let me give you an example from today. We had a patient that wanted to transfer their kid's antibiotic prescription over to us because the remainder of the prescription required a prior authorization at the other pharmacy. They started the therapy, then in the middle of it, the insurance company decided they needed to stick their noses in and decide what's allowed. My guess is that this is triggered because of the ridiculous way insurance prices drugs. They use a metric called AWP for their prices, but AWP is not what the drug actually costs. In this case, the drug is linezolid, and the AWP for just the last 14 tablets would be about $2,500. But the real price at my pharmacy without any insurance, cash price, is only $18. So while the insurance company is claiming to be working to save money, they are the reason the price is broken in the first place. If they weren't so busy playing games with metrics, they wouldn't have to interrupt an antibiotic treatment. The medication is already cheap. That's why we fired the insurance companies. 90% of medications are low cost generics, and getting them involved only raises the cost and potentially delays your treatment. Head to forestparkpharmacy.com to look at our price checker, then transfer today to save. So, yeah.
I followed him on
Wow.
Instagram for a while. He's got fabulous info. I followed him for a long time. And the only reason I
For this
unfollowed,
guy, Forest Park
yeah,
Pharmacy.
yeah.
Okay.
The only reason I unfollowed is because like I just like I got all the info I needed. I understood the whole thing, and it was like I need to pare
I
down my list. No animosity, he's got a great account. I recommend checking out all of his info and
follow.
educating yourself on that. It's these reps that are the go-between. That's the
They got to
problem.
they got to cut out a piece of the pie somehow.
Yeah.
So their job is to sell convenience both directions when really there may not be any.
Their job
Really,
is to upsell, that's the problem.
that's what I mean. Like they're
Yeah,
trying to sell a service that that might not really be needed.
yeah,
Um, so they have to create this illusion that there's a benefit to each
yeah.
to the person who's paying for their services.
So, I
Um,
mean, the problem is then finding a pharmacist who will do what he did. We need more of it's only gonna be mom and pop places,
mhm,
which are better anyway. I have one myself, Loma Linda Pharmacy, okay? So, they were this was my experience after finding out about him, like, I started thinking about it more. I was filling my heart med, the
hey Denise.
uh, Coreg CR at Walmart, of course, because we're associates. All my stuff was there. I was doing it for years. And then one day they said, well, we can't get it. And I'm all, what do you mean you can't get it? It's not gone. They still make it. For whatever reason, they couldn't. Here was the disconnect. In 2017, in spite of me asking every single month when I would refill for years, no one told me that they now had carvedilol ER. This is very important. I cannot take carvedilol. It burns out of my system too quickly, and I feel like utter crap. All I want to do is sleep all day.
Mm,
So I would have to take at least 3 doses a day to keep it sustained. I'm not doing that. So the ER is the point, extended release. That's what the Coreg CR is.
I see.
I
That
have to
makes
have
sense.
that. But no one told me. I literally spent about $5,000-6,000 over those years that I didn't have to. This is crazy.
That's
You know how
crazy.
much money that is?
Yeah.
That's several mortgage payments. Okay.
Yeah. At
That's
least.
so the Walmart pharmacist, even though she knows me very well, the disconnect in her mind was, well, you said you can't take carvedilol, but she never said the letters ER. So she suggested a mom and pop pharmacy, which I found. And not only were they able to get the Coreg CR for me, but while I was kind of pacing back and forth outside waiting for them to do research, the guy came running out and he goes, are you aware that there's a generic? And I said, I can't take the generic. It's not extended release. He goes, no, there's a generic, a true generic. And I went, since when? 2017.
Wow.
So my very expensive heart medication crashed all the way down to a freaking 20, at the time 20, now it's $10 payment, which at times I had paid $356 for this medication. $10 now
Hmm.
because
Sounds
no
like
one told me.
it sounds like insulin. That's a
Yeah,
pretty like famous, or
and
more well known.
EpiPens,
Yeah.
right?
Such a crazy price versus like going across the border and getting it. I mean,
Yeah.
I think a lot of us have a misconception that, and I think at times rightly so, that you don't want to go to like Mexico for medical work. Well, a lot more people are doing it more and more and more these days for the drug, for medications, and
Careful
for
planning, right?
actual, right. Yeah, it's like, well, where
Have a
did
friend.
that famous person do it? Okay, let's where
Yeah,
did that?
have a friend. See, I've known people who did okay, and I've known people that it went catastrophically wrong.
Ooh, they'd
Now, the
steal a kidney or
catastrophically
whatever.
wrong was plastic surgery,
Ooh,
two people.
I feel like that's just not
Yeah.
never a good idea
One
unless you
was,
really.
facelift, so she was laid up in a hotel, as she put it, her words, looking like a monster. It went so bad. She had a lot of bad reactions and stuff. The other, she had body work done and stuff rejected, and I mean,
Oh
you know,
no.
she looked great, but her husband wasn't happy with how her body looked after squeezing out 3 pups. Okay, men, if she had your babies, just love that body because that body's a miracle. Do not ask your woman to do nip tuck nothing because this woman almost died. That's
Yeah.
crazy,
Or
you know?
I'm personally against the. You have Ozempic, and Ozempic was the famous one, but now there's a bunch of these different offshoots, these other ones now that are like Ozempic. Oh, take this shot, no problem. And I'm like, I'm kind
Terrifying to
of
me.
against all of them. I'm not really
Yeah.
interested in
A
finding some
diabetes
miracle.
med for people who don't have diabetes. What's wrong here?
Yeah,
And anything that changes your metabolism, it better be because your metabolism is genuinely broken.
mm,
Otherwise, you know, like we've seen these celebrities, they look like skeletons. I've
yeah,
researched the pictures to see which ones were altered, but
right.
there's some legit cases that are just terrifying.
Johnny Depp looks crazy in some of them. Like one day he looks great, next day he looks 95. It's like, what is happening? He didn't get his Virginia that day or what? I don't know.
But
Um,
women especially though, it's like because there's already so much pressure in that industry, and then they take these meds that just and I mean, this is not gonna set well with some people, but I am opposed to gastric bypass as well. And I get that there are people who feel like it saved their life, but I have seen the catastrophically bad results from that as well. If
yeah,
it gives you an instant case of extremely severe hypoglycemia, and what do you do? You have to prove you can lose the weight before they give you the surgery. You have to
yeah.
prove that you can start losing weight and stay on the regimen of exercise and nutrition. Why don't you just keep doing that? I said what I said.
Like do that for a while, and maybe they should make you do that. Like it's kind of like I don't know what. Maybe think of it like marriage counseling before you get married,
Yeah,
almost like
that's
that.
right. Couples
Like
therapy. Yeah.
let's see if you can handle this before you start it.
If
Um,
years later you're doing more surgery and taking meds and having hospital episodes because of what you rearranged in your guts,
I
I
busted
don't
a
think it
gut,
was a good
Tala.
idea. I
I
know,
busted
right?
a gut,
See,
literally popping the
and I
seam of
say
the.
this I say this with the deepest love, okay, because I
Yeah,
have seen people damage themselves and it breaks my heart. Okay? It breaks my heart because I know what can be done. And it goes back to the mindset thing. You cannot ever tell me I have no self-control. Okay? This is a choice. I have access to nothing that you can't, There's
right.
nothing special about me. I just made a choice. That's
I would
it.
say I would say with you, and I would say almost anyone who makes those kind of, I don't know if drastic is the right way to say it, but those changes in your life, I think most people, and to our detriment probably, most humans are not making that change until something forces them to.
Yeah.
And not, no offense to you, Tala, but you just had something that, much earlier in life, saying, hey, if you don't do something, if you don't do it another way,
Then I'm
this
gonna
isn't going to
die.
work out. Yeah. So and so it might be easy for you or for me to tell people our story about whatever the condition is that we have knowledge on. Most people just aren't gonna they're not gonna believe you until they touch that stove.
That's why I
It's
teach the
kind
way
of
that I do. But I mean, so if you're at that crossroads, if you're there going, I could die. I don't want to die. Like
right.
there's so many options over here. Okay? This is just the I quit, I give up. Like I could have
Right.
done I was real close to that. Okay? A few times. I'm very honest about that now. I was real close to not all that long ago.
Mm,
And for a lupus patient, you don't even have to do anything. You just have to decide I'm done. You just stop.
give up.
You
Yeah.
stop managing and trust me, you'll end up there. That was the precipice I was on. So you have all these options over here. Why would you go straight to, I think I'll do surgery? Like, if you're really making the decision, because honestly, if you do that kind of surgery, you have to make a huge commitment. I'm not saying that it's easy. You're putting yourself through a lot.
Oh yeah, it
That
doesn't
to be
stop.
clear,
Yeah,
that's
surgery's not
so if
like,
you're gonna
oh,
put
finish
yourself
line.
through a lot,
Hmm.
why not do it without a scalpel?
Yeah, everything's better without a scalpel, in my opinion.
Yes.
Like I hear Joe Rogan talking to people all the time about, hey, don't don't have that surgery, try this instead. And look, he may not be the guru of all knowledgeable things, but he does have his ear to the ground toward it, to like sort of
Yeah.
cutting edge health, uh, I guess, rejuvenation and also surgery alternatives. Like,
Yeah.
because the fighters that he talks to and himself personally going through things like this red light therapy, that I'm just like, man, I feel like I should start doing some red light therapy
I
now.
have a
Let's watch it.
panel.
Yeah, and then
I've
and
had
then
one for a
they
while.
were talking about methylene blue, how it actually absorbs red light fat like at a high degree. So if you do those in combination with each other, you get a
Hmm.
ton, like you get way more red light therapy out of it.
Apparently,
I don't
there's
know.
some
It just
risks with
goes
methylene blue. You kind of have to be careful with
that
that.
he they talked about it that episode, and I forgot what the details were, but basically there are some misconceptions about the negatives of it, but
Okay.
you'd have to go look at it. But
Yeah.
I'm sure to still do your own research, everybody. But
Yeah. I
I
mean,
do
I'll
want
just
to
say this though,
go
like,
ahead,
just to kind of put a
pin in it.
closure on that.
Yeah.
For anybody who's already done that surgery, I get it. Like they pushed it real hard for a while. Like I get it. It's like if you're already there, yeah, manage the best you can. It's just I know a couple of people who had to go have it reversed, have it redone, have it whatever, and I know someone who had it reversed because like, yeah, she could have died. She was one of the early people for that.
Mm,
And she
we're
can't say
talking
very much about it because
gastric
there was yeah,
bypass. Okay.
yeah, because there was an NDA, she can't say very much, but I have an idea of what happened.
Hmm.
So, like, if you've already gone there, no hate. I get that you were trying to find a solution. I get it, okay? But it's just for those who are thinking about it, I would much rather see you just knuckle down and, choose your pain, choose your hard. This is what
Hmm.
ET talks about, Coach Payne talks about. Choose your hard. Like if you're going to do something difficult, do it without a scalpel, please, because there are so many ways that you can go with this. And if you need somebody to coach you, find a good coach, man. They're everywhere at this
Hmm.
point.
Yeah, people need to find each other who want to get in more into I guess just fitness and get into shape, because I can tell you that for myself I'm doing more at home, but then when I go to class for let's say when I go to taekwondo class, you're around a bunch of people, you're all sort of go working towards the same goal,
Yeah.
and there's an energy there that you just don't get when you're by yourself, when you're
Yes.
with
Yeah.
people. Find somebody
I've
that's
had
doing
to teach
something.
myself to do this stuff alone, of course. That's
Yeah,
just me,
I do
but
plenty. I gotta do it the same
I've
thing,
got
but yeah,
physical therapy. I'm not alone at physical therapy, which I had this morning.
I've got virtual reality, so I'm not alone inside of there. All of
That
the,
too.
the characters talk to me, Tala. They tell me I'm great.
So who's this
Uh,
lady?
so okay, this is a big one, and I don't know that we're gonna watch the whole thing, but it's 6.5 minutes. This it's not. I mean, it does have a health bend to it, but this is about the surveillance state, I guess. If oh, what the heck?
For
All
my
right,
next trick, wait.
they found me, Tala. They found me.
They're coming for me next.
Oh no, that's I just all I had to say was surveillance state, and boom, they got me. Oh man,
If I hear a
is this whole
knock at the
thing gonna go
door.
down? Yeah, is the stream gonna go down again like it did yesterday? Right when I said, uh, what was I talking about yesterday? It was something weird again yesterday when it went down. I was like, what? Anyway, so this lady, well, I guess let's just let her talk about it. She was intelligence for 20 years, and now she basically um, roots out fraud and corruption in any walk of life. That basically big people trying to screw Americans, companies, government, whatever it is. She's finding it. I don't know who her name. The Leah Files on X. Here we go.
The White House ballroom, the underground surveillance center, is child's play compared to what I'm about to tell you about. They've
So I haven't heard about this, the White House ballroom being underground surveillance center. Like they've already had, like feel like there's probably layers of underground facilities under the White House. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like
there
there's
better
probably
be.
like we yeah, well, and there's also like this whole rumor that the all the kids, that's where all the kids are kept. The trafficked kids are kept under the White House or whatever. Anyway, let's
already set up the scariest surveillance apparatus that I've ever seen, and it's being deployed. And I don't think enough people know about it to stop it, but we can stop it. I went to follow the money on flock cameras because I had been hearing about them and I wanted to learn more about them and see what was going on. So, as I do, I follow the money. If you're new here, I spent 20 years in intelligence. I now follow the money, uncover fraud, corruption in nonprofits, corporations, politicians, people trying to screw Americans. You can find my deep dives on Substack, and it's free to subscribe. All right, so Flock
Substack.
are the actual cameras. They're not the game cameras like I actually thought, the ones that monitor birds. The name of the company is called
Flock.
Flock Cameras. It was born, I think, like 2018. 3 Georgia Tech students. One of them was a victim of a crime, and he found out that, hey, license plates are pretty much the linchpin in catching a criminal. And then Flock was born. And it's in like 5,000 towns, and there's over 80,000 cameras now across the United States. And it's meant to catch crime. However, since the past like 2 years, they've started to add accessories to their Flock cameras. And those accessories aren't like bracelets. Think of them as more electric dog collars. And they've taken innocent capability to catch criminals and they start turning it into something that gets pretty nefarious pretty quick. And that's what I found in my Follow the Money. So let's go through the different parts of it. Your flock cameras are your cameras that are attached to light poles, pretty much, and they trace license plates. But they've gotten an AI capability since, and they can also tell just by dents on your car or scratches or bumper stickers.
That's where
which, by the
the
way,
AI is
we'll
where
never
it
have
gets
bumper
crazy.
stickers on your car, please. Just personal
No
security.
bumper
things.
stickers.
But they'll trace the car via that now, not just license plates. Okay, great. You're going to catch criminals. Great. Well, then Flock was like, well, I'm going to buy a drone company. And now what happens is it can hear someone scream, or a camera says you need to deploy, there's a crime, and it automatically deploys a drone that can surveil the car or whatever it's chasing 2,000 feet up in the air. Well, now let's talk
Drones
about
now with
its
the Flock.
other dog collar apparatus called Nova. Nova is an accessory that goes onto the Flock cameras, but it tracks you as a person. It turns your license plate into everything about you. So you're driving along, and the Flock camera that has this Nova apparatus on it, well, all of a sudden, it's like not only does this car and this license plate belong to this person, but this person is married to this person and has these kids and lives in this place, and here's their phone number. Everything about you, your pattern of life, everything. An investigation just like a year or two ago found that Nova didn't just pull from open source or legal data sets, it pulled from the dark web as well, which includes your social security number, your bank information, your email that was leaked, oh, your password that was leaked. So now they have all of that and can do whatever they
Mm-hmm.
want, technically. And you're like, oh, they would never do that. Well, a cop in Texas was found searching Flock database for had an abortion, comma, woman. And when he didn't like the results, when it turned 1800 results, he's excited to expand it into different states where abortions were legal, by the way. So now he has access to all the Flock cameras. That should scare the out of you. But it gets better. As I do when I follow the money, I start to put together a puzzle, right? It's an
Hey Trent,
analytical
hey
puzzle.
Lila
It's
Rose.
how is everything connected? And when I started looking at these surveillance companies, and I was like, well, Flock's getting a little weird. Who's their investor? Because it's starting to look nefarious. Well, their investor, Andreas Horowitz, one of the first investors, the biggest investors in Flock cameras. Well, I've heard that name before because I've done a lot of research on Ehud Barak, J.E.'s best friend who lived in his place. Ehud Barak was also the prime minister of the blue and white country and probably the most decorated military intelligence person that they've ever had. Well, he created 3 companies, and I recognized Andre Horowitz because he invested in Toka. If you want to go back and look at my videos on Toka, you can. It's very scary. But Toka is the company that Ehud Barak had that he helped sell to our intelligence agencies that can go into any live camera and alter the footage in real time or past, doesn't matter. It can take things away, it can create fake footage, whatever, it doesn't matter, and leave no forensic evidence. Andreas Horowitz, well, he was an investor in Toka. Ehud Barak also is the co-founder of Carbine that has since been sold, but it's the 911 system that when you call 911, it can get into your microphone, it can get into your camera, it can know your exact location.
I
Well, they've
didn't know
also
about
sold
that
this
one.
technology to the cars that are about to spy on us. That's this. I'm going to show you how all this connects. Because if you think about it, we have a surveillance system that already exists run by corporations, okay? Like, where's the privacy? Getting all of our data, knowing everything about us, connected to a company through an investor, the biggest investor, that can alter any footage they want. And then you've got a drone involved. You could technically make someone a criminal.
Mm-hmm.
And here's how they all connect. All of the companies, you have Andre Horowitz up there, and you also have Peter Thiel. Peter Thiel's Founders Fund, well, they also invested in Flock and Carbine. So we've got Carbine, Toka, all connected to Flock through large investors. Okay. Nothing to see here though, folks. I'll put this graphic on my Substack for you guys. All right, stay tuned for part 2 where I'm going to tell you about their competitor that used to work with Flock that now branched off and they're doing their own thing and now they can track our Bluetooth devices. And the company is from an Italian military defense company. We've got like spy competitors for the United States.
I mean, haven't we always though?
I know, like, I don't know, most of it's not really new.
I mean, it's getting more and more sophisticated.
Yeah.
Um,
We knew that was
it's,
coming.
but honestly, like, they don't need all that tech to make us a criminal. Like, look at what
No.
they did. Like, so many people, you know, I guess I don't know. That's inflammatory, but like look at Trump. Like, whether or not you believe he did something illegal at any point in time, they also have tried to create tons of illegal things around him. So, like, you can believe that he's done something illegal while also believing that they have tried to, constantly create something. And, like, literally
Yeah.
the judge told the jury that they can pick, it's an a la carte, they can pick one of 3 crimes and you can just choose which one you think, and then it'll all count as one thing. Like what? Like, just they had to take a misdemeanor and upgrade it. They had to literally change the law to make a misdemeanor into a felony in order to create so if you think they won't do it to us, then you've got
Shouldn't it
another thing
be
coming.
accurate? Like,
Yeah,
okay,
shouldn't it
let's
make
say this.
sense?
Obviously,
Logical?
I'm conservative. Obviously, I voted for Trump. I've been very open about that. I didn't like Obama. I didn't like Biden. Okay, that's out of the way. Now, when it was Obama being maligned, I went to war on we didn't have AI then, it was Photoshop, but I went to war on people who photoshopped things to make them look a way that they were not. I
Hmm.
don't like him, I don't support him, but I will not tolerate dishonesty,
Yeah, like
you
there's no
know?
reason to go to that level. Like
Yeah.
just find a real issue that you
So
disagree with
many
the
yeah,
person
that's
on.
exactly what I said. I said that
And
he's done enough to be mad at him that you don't have to make stuff up. Can
right,
we just be
exactly.
honest? Like,
This, and the
stop
same goes
changing
with
what
Trump.
hands over his heart, stop don't stick a rainbow flag in his hand, I
Hmm.
mean, all these weird things, like, go with the facts so that you are blameless if it's ever called into question, because when someone does that, it makes the rest of us look bad. I don't like it. Yeah.
Have a good day, Rose. Going to physical therapy. Yeah,
I
no,
had
like
mine this
it's those are
morning.
those, and I don't mean to bring that bring up politics, but the issue is like that is sort
Approval.
of the highest end of
Mhm.
people in power, and if you see this apparatus being used against them, what's to stop it from anything else from
Well,
us?
I mean, to a degree, I'll add this. For example, I did a little bit of research because we had an incident where we had to shut down one of the ATM cards in this household because somebody clicked on stuff that they shouldn't have. It wasn't me.
Mm.
Um, but, I had to ask questions because he kept saying, well, I didn't click on anything. It auto populated. I'm like, okay, so I've done my research. No-click scams are not used for nobodies. We are nobody. It's expensive for them to do no-click.
Mm.
So they don't waste it on some random nobody who doesn't have anything to steal. That's reserved for high-end stuff. And so, they could use anything against anyone, but they just don't. Because what are they gonna it's like,
They
hey,
could do much
it's the
easier,
end of the
simpler things like
it's
planting
the end of
something, or
the pay period, and there's, like, 300 bucks in my bank account. Have a good time, It's
right.
like and that's literally all there is at that point? There's no savings that you can raid, we're nobody. We're hand-to-mouth
Well, I'll
nobodies.
push back a little bit because they can put debt on you. So they
Not with an
can,
ATM
they
card.
being scammers in general, like they could find ways to sign your name to things like, say, I want to say there were houses and stuff like that. People were, signing.
You couldn't buy a house on my credit score.
Right. Well, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong about this, but I
Have
thought
fun.
there was some way to like to you may not have much, but they can use your name to
Yeah.
get a bunch of credit out, and then
But it's gonna
you're
be in
stuck
their
with it.
best interest to go after someone who has, like, maybe,
Right.
at least a 750 credit score. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, they'll get a lot out of
Exactly.
that. They'll get
So
nothing from
so
me.
the so you're so the idea is, or the advice here is, don't keep any money and make sure
Have
your
a
credit
lousy
score
credit
is low.
score.
Yeah. Um,
Have too much revolving debt, a lousy credit score, and no savings, and you'll be safe.
along those lines though, like back when before I started going live and doing shows and stuff, I I was the opposite. I was like, no, not getting into, like, I'll post some things. I was like, I was getting turning into like a senior citizen on Facebook. I would post about, angry posts every now and then about politics, like what's happening with this. And that was
Whippersnappers.
about, there'd be like 2 likes or whatever. Like no one's really. It was just something I was trying not to, put a lot of
Yeah,
personal stuff on there. I was doing all this like, oh, like I don't want to put a lot
we
of
all
pictures on.
tried.
Yeah, well, but then I just like, you know what? The answer really is to jump in head first and to make yourself so public like we are, that whenever somebody tries to make an accusation that kind of doesn't jive with
Yeah,
your general persona, it makes people question it more. Like say, like back in the day, Rush Limbaugh, like he might be a
yeah,
pompous jerk, right? But he was on the air for 3 hours a day for so many years that you could track, like, how often he was correct about things, and of course he would
Yep.
always tout his numbers on whatever that institute was that would keep track of how often he was correct about things, and like and just stuff like that, and it's like that gives you a little bit of an armor when it comes
Yep.
to uh, slander and public like
This is why
accusations.
I'm like, there's people that, they don't want their face out there and all that. I get it. People are gonna do stuff with you because of AI and it. But look, my face has been out here for over a decade. I think that ship has sailed.
Hmm.
So there's no pulling that back. Everybody knows who I am. Everybody knows it's me. This is my face, right? Because I live stream like we're doing right now. I've been doing this for a decade. So this is why all this stuff with AI, I'm unbothered. As you know, I barely wear any makeup. Like today, I have a little bit of color on my lips. That's
Oh,
it. I
girl.
don't. I do. Woo. So, look, I'm going to be 59 in September. I'm not wearing any makeup. This is the hard work, the diet, the all that, the clean living, you guys. I mean, at this point, it's like I think I might have half a beer in a year or so, maybe one
Oh,
whole. You know what I mean? Like I cut
drinking
all of that
fast.
down because it doesn't go with my lifestyle. It's pro-inflammatory. It hurts me. I know that. So
Mm.
like I went over a year and then Passover I had some wine. That would, that was
Ah,
it. I
makes
haven't had
sense.
anything since then. I don't need it, right? It was just ritual thing and why would I want to do that to myself? Like I want to feel better. And when you feel better, you look better. So I'm doing all that stuff. Where was I going with this? But
Oh, healthy living, not needing makeup because you're
yeah,
s- you're you're doing.
like yeah, people have seen
Not
who I
sure where
am.
the.
That's what I was getting
Oh,
at.
that's what it
My
was. Yeah.
profile pictures most often are, not retouched. I mean, I'm a little self-conscious about a scar I have here, so sometimes I'll do this little boop and get rid of it, and that's
Oh,
all I do to my photos, okay, just because it bothers me, that's my thing, but you can see it on my live streams, you can see it, so there's no getting rid of that. I don't use filters, not once, I can say this, not once have I ever used a video or photo filter.
what
Now,
about back here though?
if it's yeah, that's
What
me,
about
man.
like I
I had
mean,
makeup
look
on.
at that.
I'm 22 in that photo, I believe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we're nearly the
So,
same
I used
age.
to wear base makeup then because I was in school and I had a dress code and all that, yeah, but not now, you know? So,
It doesn't look like a
why
lot
why
though. It's like
edit like, if you can make yourself look healthier and better without that, man, that should be the first choice.
mhm,
And so it became this thing of, I wanna be honest with my viewers. Like, what can you accomplish with systemic lupus and everything else in the picture without covering stuff up? That's the whole point. My profile pictures, I'm
right.
not wearing makeup, I'm not editing, I'm not, I do a little bit of lip gloss and that's
No
about it.
filters, no
Yeah,
Snapchat,
I just don't
no
like filter. I
twinkle
wanna
in
see
the
my
eye
face.
or whatever.
I played with filters when they were new just to see what would a photo look like, and I
Sure.
was like, "Ugh."
I have
I
a
never
whole
used it.
persona over on YouTube. I have my cousin Wilson is a whole like it's a whole thing over there.
Yeah.
He's a good guy, but
For
I
fun,
can't do that anywhere
sure.
else.
But when I create an image that is AI, you know for sure it's AI. You've seen my little Phoenix Warrior things. You know that it's AI. It's not, I'm not trying to fake anything. You know it's an animation.
Never used a filter or touch up. Take me for me. Well, I take you are. We love you, Alice. You can be you all
Yes.
day. Uh,
So,
Denise says
like
you're right
ladies
about that.
especially,
Yeah.
I want you to be happy with who you are. This is why I teach health. I want you to be securely happy with who you are. And that confidence, by the way, is what other people read as attractive. It's not the makeup. It's none of that. In fact, we've heard this over and over, and you're a guy, you can probably confirm. Most men actually prefer less makeup. That fresh face look.
I can concur. I can concur.
Yeah.
But not to be a dickhead here, but just to be real, we prefer less makeup, but it's still like there's a natural beauty that we may, each one of us might be looking for still. So don't look at it and say, well, I'm wearing less makeup. Shouldn't he find me attractive? Well, it's not just that, ladies.
It's
I'm not.
individual
Yeah, like there's still something out like makeup.
chemistry,
Yeah,
personality,
there's
right?
got to be some kind of attraction to you, and then you shouldn't need much makeup to find that person, I guess is the point. um, whoever likes your natural beauty, whoever you are, would like it without all the makeup, I guess is a good way to put it.
At some
Right,
point, you're gonna jump in a pool, take a shower, something. So
right. We're gonna see you when you wake up one
let's
day, and we're gonna
let's
smell
not
that
let's
morning
not
breath.
have that be a shock.
There will be morning breath, whether you like it
There's
or
guys
not.
who do like their first date is swimming because of this. I don't know. We have waterproof
Oh,
stuff though.
that's true. Like she comes up and it's just running all over. It's like,
There
what?
was a
What
brand of
happened to your
makeup I used to
face?
wear that has all of this. I gotta plug my computer in. They have all of this waterproofing stuff that you can put over your makeup. Like shellac was one of them.
Shellac. Wow, that's
What it's
crazy.
called? Shellac.
Shellac. Uh, so I just want to say real quick that we are going to spin the number wheel for subscribers. If you're subscribed and you get in on the post or you comment on the live stream, I can see your little badge on the Facebook side. I will add you on this post, and it happens 4 times a week, so you can get 4 chances every week to win without actually having to be here to win. You just have to get in the post.
I was
I
gonna
had
say
someone
too.
go ahead.
They can charge cards to your name without you knowing it. Credit Karma.
Hmm.
Get Credit Karma. It's free.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I used to use that. Yeah, I should check it out again. Um, I was gonna say something else. Oh, I had somebody comment on one of my posts and ask what if they get something for being subscribed every month, and I was like, well, I guess you haven't seen my game show or my number spin every week. Like you don't automatically get something. That would be that would be sort of contradictory to the point of the
Lila
subscription.
Rose.
But what's she saying down here?
Bogwitch, really?
I swear I get more attention from hubby when I look like a bag witch or a
Bogwitch.
bog witch than when I'm all dressed up, though. Haha. Well,
See?
maybe you just
Fresh
did some work,
face.
Maybe you just did some stuff and you got
If you get
all
that
excited.
attention, you're not looking like a witch.
Oh, this is the right music for it too. I don't know if you can hear that music, but it's like 70s. Sounds like a little disco happening. Can you guys hear it, chat? Anybody in the
Hear it.
chat? We got one more spin tomorrow night. People in the Box is going to be current events this week. Tala, we need you. Where all the ladies are not going to be on tomorrow night. We need
Oh
somebody
my
this
god.
time. Like normally it's an invite. This time, we need people this week. So this time it's more of a. But I'm putting my feelers out to a bunch of people. I got Bean doing that too. But we might end up with too many. Even it happens that way sometimes. You
I'm
hear it?
hoping I'm hoping this next like Sunday, Monday, maybe I can go camping. I was supposed to go
Oh,
this but I had a boo-boo.
I want to go camping.
I hurt my foot.
My son has asked me almost every day if we're going to plan a camping trip. How'd you hurt
Oh.
your foot?
Um so I bought this new set of hand weights that are almost designed like a kettlebell, only they're not like a bell on the bottom, they're just straight across. And they're 5 pounds each, right? So they were zip tied together because they're brand new. So this is 10 pounds we're talking about. It was in the back of my car. Yes, Kyle, I put them in the wrong place. Oh my God. He's been on me about that. Why were they not to be a dick, he says, but why were they where they could fall out of the back of your car? Well, so anyway, stuff shifted while I was driving.
Mm-hmm.
I went to the park and it's dark. I wanted to go for a walk, but I wanted a snack. So I go and get one of my, I was going to get one of my beef sticks out of the back of the car. And I opened the hatchback
It fell out.
and I started to pull my foot, but not fast enough.
Oh no.
So the corner of that landed kind of on the so this is my medical terminology, distal side. So that's this
Mm-hmm.
way
Mm-hmm.
of that big toe right there. And I tried to gut it out. I just stopped. I went, I'm like, how bad's the pain gonna be? And I sat down on the edge of my car. The weight's still sitting there on the ground. I'm just like, I don't even know what just happened. And the pain is just ramping up. And
Mm.
I took my shoe off. I can bend my toes. I don't think anything's broken.
A
And
bruise could be enough for some pain
yeah, it
or
was
stress
bad.
fracture.
It's still bad. I'm probably gonna lose the nail as it grows out.
Oh.
It's feeling that way. It's looking that way. It was like there was blood under the nail. My toe swelled up even on the bottom, completely bruised all the way around. The nail is now very white, so it's looking like I'm gonna lose it, but it'll
Mm.
grow back eventually. It just takes
Wow.
time.
Well, keep us informed. Send us some pictures of the toe as it starts to turn black. And
You're asking for feet pics, really?
oh no,
That's been a running joke.
no! Whoa, whoa, whoa! What kind of show do you think this is? No, I'm not asking for feet pics. I want you to zoom in on just the nail as
Oh,
it
toe
turns
pics.
black, and just a toe, just one
This
toe
has been
as
the
it's.
running joke. This has been a running joke. Trish was like, the lady that I co-host on Spaces for on Mondays. She was like, pics. She wanted an update for how it was after a few days. I opened mic on in the Spaces. Said I sent you the feet pics.
Oh, can you smell this
Yeah,
picture? Yeah.
it's
Okay.
it's better. It is. But look, you know what? This was an opportunity also. I've been saying this and I want this to be like a lesson to everybody as well as me, not just to not put weights where they can fall out of your car, but also like how you handle it when it happens. My
Mm.
brain went completely stoic. It was the weirdest thing. And all I heard was,
Uh,
don't get distracted. Literally, I'm all,
That's all you could
yeah,
think of.
I
Hmm.
was distracted. But I knew that immediately. I'm
Yeah.
all, yep. That drive home was excruciating because just pressing on the accelerator. So I got ice and all that, and it'll heal, but I'm grateful, okay? Because it didn't land on the small toes.
Hmm.
It didn't land on those little bitty bones on the top of my foot. I didn't break anything.
It could have been pretty bad. Yeah.
That could have been hospital. Yeah, that could have been a cast.
You might have seen
So
this guy. Are
he
you
looks
ready for
very
your close
serious.
up? Are you ready? Yeah, I was. I don't even know
He
who
looks
was
very
taking that
serious.
picture. I didn't know what was happening. Oh, that's when I worked there. Yeah, yeah. I was looking for another picture while we were talking because I was going to tell you what I'm doing this weekend, which is the kayaking trip that I go on every year.
Oh, so jealous. I want to
And
learn to kayak.
this is not my kayak currently, but this is one of the first years I went. And yeah, when was this? I don't
See,
see it.
we'll have to do one of our weekly things with like sport photos like that of the two of us.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Doing
that would be
themes
fun.
now.
Yeah, themed. Yeah, we've got themes going on.
Do one of my summit photos.
All right, so this next one, I've been waiting. I couldn't wait for this. This is so fun. You're gonna see something, Tala, that you never imagined that you were gonna see today, coming up. But I do want to say congrats to TJ on winning the number spin, number 13. This is crazy. This is very unprecedented. We have I think 16 people on the wheel, and so far this week we had number 12, number 11, and number 13 all winning. Isn't that weird? All three, like those numbers. So,
Yeah.
not exactly consecutive, but 11, 12, and 13 are the winners this week so far. That's crazy. If tomorrow if it's 14, I'm going to be like, what the hell? Let's see. It won't do it now that I said it. It won't happen now that I said I challenge you, fate,
Jinxed
to
it.
make it happen. I jinx you. I challenge you, make it happen. Let's see. I'm done. I'm like reverse
Rain.
psychology, reverse psychology to fate. Okay, this next story is very important. It is a new type of a what do you call it? Bladeless turbine for wind power, wind energy. Okay, you guys,
Huh.
buckle up, buckle up.
That works like a wind turbine, and despite looking like, well, you know, it's actually
Q-tip.
pretty clever. Yeah, these things are
Buckle
3 meters high,
up,
made from recycled plastic. They've got sort of
everybody.
curved tops, fixed vertically with an elastic rod, and they look like they're just sort of waggling backwards and forwards doing nothing. Actually, it's designed to oscillate within the wind range and generate electricity from the vibrations.
Vibrations.
But still pretty cool.
Right.
The idea is these would go where big turbines couldn't.
Oh my god.
And they stop the need for having massive turbine blades, which are very hard to recycle.
I love it.
Not very good materials.
They're
what do you think of
silent.
these, aside from the way they look and what they might think of? Do you think this
This
is
one here is the best.
They can't recycle the blades is the thing.
That one is the best right here. This one. I love this one.
I used to live out in Banning near that pass that has all the turbines. Huh.
It's like walking into a sauna. What are we talking about in the
So
chat?
is it non-recyclable
History.
parts or no? That's the question. I mean, is there anything that has to be replaced? Like the blades have to be replaced? Maybe not. If not, then that's an improvement.
There are no blades.
Yeah. But there's something, I mean,
There
just
would
like,
be some kind of maintenance, definitely.
Yeah.
You're right. Like, what's the difference?
well,
But
it's not going to kill birds. That's a
that's a big plus. Plus,
Yeah.
they don't have to like those blades. They had no real way to dispose of those blades.
Yeah. They were just burying them.
Like, I don't know. I don't get why they can't be refurbished, melted down, something. Just burying
Apparently,
them. That's crazy.
there's a way. Somebody came up, but apparently it's just very
Costly compared
intensive and costly, and it's just not worth it. That's the problem.
Hmm.
So I don't
to.
think
It'll
they
be
really
one day
implemented it.
when you don't have enough material to make new blades. Like, that's when it'll be worth it. I'll be like, well,
Right.
where are all those blades at? I think we buried them over here. Let's go.
At the time we ran out of helium, right?
Right. So, what do you guys think of this new thing in the chat here? Everyone's talking about heat and AC. Sound is good because you can get where you had enough. What? I don't know. Y'all are talking about
Sauna.
something else over there. Saunas.
Yeah, because it's hot. I said it's humid here.
Uh-huh.
They're talking about humidity.
Just went off on a whole nother humidity. Like, you guys are missing this masterpiece here in front of us.
Giant Q-tip.
Yeah, okay, that's what we'll call it. The giant Q-tip.
That's what I'm calling it.
Like, come on, this thing is so cool. Boing. Like, it looks like it's cleaning somebody's ear while we're talking. Like, it's just...
Yeah, I think not killing birds is probably a reason enough.
That's got to be a plus. And the sound.
I mean, it's
sound-
debatable, like how many, but it does kill birds. So
True. I have seen that like debunked a little bit of what people thought.
cars are the worst offender. To be clear, it's not wind turbines. It's not domestic cats. Cars on the road are the worst offender. But nobody's going to stop driving their car.
So the sound was a big problem, I think, for a lot of farmers and a lot of communities. And if this thing is soundless, plus you don't need the same footprint, you wouldn't need the same size footprint. I mean, maybe you would.
it's
That one looks
quieter.
pretty big. They're supposed to be silent, he said. There's no sound. Yeah.
Huh.
Like, there's no
There's
running.
any working parts, there's got to be some sound.
I don't think it has any. I don't think it's mechanical. I think it's literally a vibrating, or a tube that gets blown in the wind and causes vibration that then goes down and then is picked up as
Oh,
kinetic energy. So there may
okay.
not be very many moving parts at all. It might just be like at the very bottom you would have the coils and the copper wiring and stuff to generate the power.
Interesting.
But I think it works just like a kinetic watch or something like that.
Yeah. Huh.
It's crazy. I see it, Waylon. It looks better than a giant fan blades. Yeah, for sure. Like definitely better than the blades. I don't know what else. Like what the heck? Facebook. I don't know like how much they're being used or where they're being used or anything like that. But I do know this: other countries outside of the U.S. I don't know where exactly, but there are some countries that use a different way to get wind power, which would be like the turbine going like this versus going like that.
Yeah.
So they have blades or more like a circular motion or in a circle, and like those don't kill nearly as many birds either because the birds
Yeah.
see it. They can see it all the time. They don't have a space that looks like they can fly through. You know what I mean?
Right.
There's a
Yeah.
difference in the visual. Anyway, I don't know
It's
if that
like
matters,
we're
but
we're way past time where something needed to be changed in the design.
oh,
So
for
I'm
sure.
glad that people are thinking about it. Like we've just been doing the same thing doggedly all this. It's not like the old Dutch windmills.
Yeah, and
These
they have to
turbines are
turn
a whole
them.
different
To
thing.
turn them to face the wind and stuff. How dumb is that? Like the ones like in I think in Europe maybe I have to look up where they are, but they're blades on like a uh, a horizontal level in a circle to where no matter where the wind is coming from, they don't have to turn the turbine or anything. It has blades all the way around it to where it doesn't matter where the wind is hitting it at, like that it's going
Yeah.
to pick up the wind,
It makes
so
no sense to me. I still don't understand it. I haven't researched it, but having lived out there and driven through that field of turbines so many times, they're not all always on. Some of them are locked and not turned. They're locked them so that they're not like why are they not always if they're that efficient, why are they not always generating energy? They're in that pass because it's always windy there.
I think there's a bunch of contracts for those bladed windmills that have been like that were bought up or used or whatever are being fulfilled for I don't know how many years now, and they won't be able to upgrade them because they
Yeah.
have some. There's they, our company makes this windmill. And we've got the contract for the government or whatever, and it's like anyway, who knows? But this is interesting. I do like it. The next thing
Yeah.
is just as crazy though. I tell you what, I don't know what to think about it, but I think I want to try it. Has anybody had neck pain or maybe better posture, better sleep, even it says?
My dad tried this viral neck stretcher for 7 days because his posture was trash and his neck was
Scares
constantly
me.
burning after work. Here's what actually happened.
Because I know what
Day
can
one,
happen.
After a brutal day of manual labor, he said it felt super weird.
It's so loud.
Honestly, really good.
You
Day
do
three,
like by
the constant
yourself.
stiffness he gets from bending and lifting heavy things all day started fading. By day 7, he didn't wake up with a headache for the first time in months. It's the Vivo Sleep. It naturally decompresses.
Go to physical
lungs.
therapy,
You don't have to
guys.
keep paying crazy amounts for chiropractors. If your neck constantly hurts, you have to try this.
Yeah,
They have a
I need to
40%
try
off
this.
sale right now. Check it out below.
So I'm gonna mute it while it continues to play. I want to try this.
I've seen them before. There's risks. So
There's
it's
different kinds.
like
Yeah,
you can't
I
immediately
wouldn't.
do what he's
I
doing.
wouldn't do that. Yeah, like I would do what he's doing. Like,
Yeah.
that right there looked really nice. I have this vertebrae that pops out, and
That's
it's
definitely
like that
something
right
you'd
now.
want to consult with a professional about because, yeah, I mean, people don't realize how delicate that area of the neck is.
Like this seems
So,
doable too, what he did, but this right here, that's a little bit insane.
yeah,
Ow.
one wrong move.
I would be clenched up the whole time.
It's been a year not being able to walk. I'm not looking to go back to that.
like this one here doesn't look too bad either. Like at your own, you're still standing on the floor the whole time. You're just kind of lowering real nice and easy.
Yeah, I wouldn't put full body weight like some of them are doing. Those are people who've trained specific muscles for many years.
Hmm.
Because there's people who can do that, obviously. There's the gymnastic girls that hang by their hair and stuff like that. But that's many years of strength training
I don't know
and
about
knowing how to,
this. What are you
you
talking
know.
about? There's like a hair hang.
You've never seen that in circuses?
I feel like I've seen something like it, but I can't put my finger on it. No.
Um,
Cheers,
so have you
everybody.
seen
Cheers.
like Silks gymnasts, that have the big cloth that they climb up and down on slide? Yeah, it's similar to that. So yeah, they'll actually hang from their
We'll have to
hair.
look at it in the after show in the Rumble side.
Yeah. But yeah, I would be very careful with that. I just that because I know that you can separate this and then, anything from paralysis to death. Yeah.
So yeah, the ladies of WTIF are liking the Q-tip, we'll call it.
Oh, jeez.
But yeah, this thing is cool. I do want to try it, even though you got to be real careful. But I'm also one of those wild and crazy people that I clean my ear with a Q-tip. I know you're not supposed to, but you
I know,
just
we
be
all do.
careful. You just be
Yeah, you have to be
careful
very
about it.
careful, yeah.
You don't just go jamming it in there, You like go
Jim
around the
actually
outside
damaged his
edges.
hearing that way one time.
Really?
He
So
sure
I
did.
have
Oh, yeah.
did I tell you about this gadget? I'm hesitant to use it. It's a earwax removal with tool
Oh,
with camera. It's got a camera to where I can be looking at my phone and like looking inside my ear and stuff, like, or I could put it in other orifices. Who knows? Whatever,
jeez.
like wherever I wanna. You know what I
The
mean?
nose. He's talking about the nose. My God.
The no, yeah, or the mouth, like just anywhere really that you
I
want to
think I'd
look at.
rather let the doctor mess around with my ears if it's needed.
It would be
Yeah.
fun, but I keep my ears so clean because I can't. I'm one of those weirdos that keeps his ears too clean, and then like I'd put the camera in there, I'd be like disappointed. I'd be like, oh,
Well, I
there's
hope
nothing
so.
there.
I just feel like if there's ever anything that shouldn't be in there, I'd rather the doctor deal with it and just not tell me.
Well, let me tell you, you're gonna love why I don't want to use it. First of all, there's no brand. Um, I looked into it, and the way that this is a third party company that makes an app that you can use to connect it with your phone, and the app has to have your Wi-Fi password. Explain to me why that even is a thing. They say
Yeah.
they say it has to create a network inside of your network for this to work.
No.
And I'm like, we
No.
have Bluetooth now. What are you talking about? And I looked up reviews
Yeah.
on it and everything. Um, and some people were saying like it didn't work as well as they wanted, but it might work just fine, might work perfect. But it still has like a bunch of spyware in your system now and a bunch of whatever. Like
I have a
so
phone full of apps and none of them needed my
my own
Wi-Fi password.
password. That's insane. Like
That is a big no.
why? Yeah, that stopped me right in my tracks. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense.
We're savvy. We've been doing this enough years. How many people are just like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, well, it just wants what it wants. It's an app. They're like, no, man. Like
It
that's
won't
why,
work without that. Yeah, I bet it won't.
and this is why I push you guys to go to places that I have researched enough, at least for my own, you know, decision making process, to realize, okay, I like Rumble, I like Locals because they are not trying to steal my data. They're actually not even that's why Rumble Premium is out there, because they're using Rumble Premium to pay for things like myself, creators, and other things like that, instead of relying on so many ads. But which, by the way, if you get Rumble Premium, you get an ad free viewing experience. If you didn't know that, But just little things like that, companies that are trying to do it differently, that are trying to not rely on just, okay, let's get all the data and sell it to somebody. Like, I don't know. And they're not all perfect, but I'm just explaining, like, that's why I look for places to do business online, or with you guys who I feel are legit. Like, what is
Yeah.
that? Squarespace? Is it Squarespace? It's supposed to be like a online hub for different businesses that are all about like freedom of speech and kind of like about doing things the right way and not just trying to steal from their customers. I think that's one
Interesting.
of them. I have to look it up to make sure, but anyway, a public square, maybe that's what it's called. Public Square, and then there's Squarespace. Anyway, there's a bunch of apps out there. Jeez, so many apps. But yeah, that neck thing, I'm telling you, my neck is constantly, like, it hurts right now. I just realized that I'm compensating for that all day long by not
Quick
moving my
little
neck in a certain way. You know what I mean?
quick little PT trick, okay?
Do I just
So
do this?
no, you do this because this reminds you to tuck your chin, and you're gonna stretch. This stretches this. You're going at an angle like towards your armpit. So you do this and then stretch this way. You do that both sides, and that helps. Somebody just scrolled the feed and went, "What the?"
Oh, they do that. They probably do that all the time. Oh, you're right. Like, the posture really matters. You can't just be getting into this
But yeah, it's the
slack
chin tuck
jaw.
and then towards the armpit. It's an angle, 45-degree angle. And after I had 2 rounds of COVID, I was just over it with the strings of headaches. Every time I have COVID, I end up with strings of headaches that don't stop, like day after day after day. And I actually had a PT address the issue because my migraines come with tension on this side, this band of tissue that goes down the neck from the base of the skull. And he had me start doing that stretch,
It feels good.
and
It
it
feels good.
manages that. Yeah,
I don't
it
know why
actually helps.
it
I
turned
mean,
me into
combine
like
it
an
with
Eastern
strengthening.
European guy, but it feels good.
Yeah, but combine it with strengthening, of course. There's all kinds of exercises for that, but that stretch, if there's tension, it'll release it. Yeah.
Something I haven't done in years, but I really want to, is I used to pop my neck all the time, and I haven't done it in so long. I keep myself from doing it, but I think about it a lot.
I had to stop, yeah.
I think
I
about
didn't know I was hypermobile, as you know. So I had to stop myself from doing that because I used to. Yeah. Got bad.
what? Wait, whoa, Alice. Are you talking about me here? She says, I know when I tell him something, it goes in one ear and out the other.
No,
Hey,
no.
it might.
It's what I was laughing at earlier. They were talking about looking in his ear and finding that he had a hole from one side to the other. That's what I was laughing about.
No.
Now, mind you, I still crack my knuckles because the hypermobility causes all kinds of discomfort. This is one of the reasons that I found out. This is like not difficult for me. I told my doctor, I said, I'm gathering that this is not a normal range of motion, and he goes,
Uh,
I said, okay.
you didn't let out
So
a
can we get some
hole.
PT going?
Ow. Hey, Brittany. How are you? We're just about to get
So I
to
mean, I
another
adjust
story.
my back, but I try not to do much with my neck now because things were too not supported. Yeah. So
Well, I appreciate that. That stretch feels good. You just
yeah.
yes, let me just.
If you have a tension headache, if you've got a muscle that's knotted up there, anything like, and those of you who have migraines, it can even help with that. Because like I said, I get neck tension with my migraines. So
Like, my
it
neck
doesn't
feels
fix
better
the migraine,
already.
but it helps. Yeah.
It does not all the way. Like, there's a kink in my vertebrae there, and that is something that kind of has to be adjusted
Yeah.
chiropractically over time. That's
I
why.
stopped chiropractic, but I mean, that's just me because
Well, but this
I now have
device kind of seems like it would do what the same thing. like it would straighten my vertebrae back.
Traction, yeah.
Because what's happening is I have my vertebrae, and one. Okay, let me try to. How do I depict this? So the vertebrae are stacked up in the neck, and one of my vertebrae is kicked out a little bit.
Yeah.
And by pulling them all up, you would think it would kind of pull it back in alignment.
Subluxation. Yeah.
Well, and speaking of, I have
I've
another
got
video
forward
here.
slip in my low back in one of them. Yeah.
I don't know if we
I
watched it
spend
last
5
week,
minutes decompressing myself every night before
similar.
bed. The same technique chiropractors use to create space between the vertebrae and release everything that built up during the day. I saw this on my For You page and I bought it immediately. Best
I
decision
am. I
I've
do
ever
sit here
made.
like this and
I
leaning
know it looks funny,
forward.
but it really works. If you feel like you want to get out of it right away, just pull the Velcro, and there you go.
It increases the blood flow in your neck and relieves your shoulder pain. I'd highly recommend it.
If your neck's been screaming at you lately, this might be worth a shot.
It's 40% off right now. Link below. Don't sleep on it.
Sorry, I'm just picturing that now. Ah! But I get it.
This is. I don't know if you guys can't see this, but oh my god, I can't. Can I show this? I can't show it. Oh.
No, I'm scared. What?
You did hang Labar for 30 seconds.
Look at under my. Let's see. Let me move my camera.
What is with the ears? Who is?
So this was in the comments. this guy in the comments. He says feels great. And then post some gif of this. Oh wow!
This is like the stuff that Lindsay on Instagram would do. She reads comments. And
this is like it feels great, and then the guy's neck is like super long, and there's a bunch of replies. 119 84 laughs. That's funny. Yeah, that guy.
That's the thing anymore, straight to the comments section. Did not disappoint.
And look at it's Dumbo ears, Denise. Yeah. Oh, are you talking about me? You can't see my ears, but I was long called Dumbo as a kid from my dad.
No way.
He called me Albert E. Newman.
Oh my god.
That was the guy that was on the cover.
Like that.
He was the guy that was the cartoon face of Mad Magazine.
Yep, my brother had Mad Magazine.
Okay, so that video was saved on a different list here. I just thought I'd play that one again. But this next one I've actually been implementing lately. So some small changes in the way that you do push-ups. I did push-ups like this. This is how I did push-ups. And your elbows, your shoulders, and mine both had pain. And so looking at the way that he tells you to adjust the push-ups, and this is let me give him some credit here. This is Artem David Chenko.
You're not supposed to flare your elbows.
Yeah, so
we worked on my upper back for the right form for that this morning in PT, in fact, because it's not just my lats. I'm not engaging any of these muscles correctly, so I now know how they feel. Yep, that.
So this is how. So you keep the elbows in, and you kind of go. You kind of go out over your chest a little bit. So imagine the floor under my hands. You don't want your hands up like this. You want them down, like under your chest.
Yeah. But also, this was the thing that we were working on. She had me keep my arms straight and just use the sink in and then push with
on the shoulders.
The scapular area. Yeah, that's all we were doing with that. And because I can't tell, I can't feel my lats. I can't feel any of those muscles. I don't have a connection because of the hypermobility. So she had her hand right here. So when I would push, she just tapped, to let me know these muscles right here. So that won't be effective without that as well. Yeah.
Diane said we need that long neck dude to come try out the
Oh my god! I saw a smirk. I'm like, what's he laughing at?
the viral, the kid from the
Yeah.
internet, long neck they call him. He's a rapper now.
But yeah,
Rapper long.
that's because like you can see that he's actually using all of those correct muscles. You can see it in his form, and that like I have biceps. We know that I got biceps, triceps built. They're doing the wrong job. Like they're strong, that's good, but everything else that's supposed to engage with push-ups, with planks, with any of that, it wasn't before. So she had me do a couple of things that where I could feel them engage, and I was like, "Oh, okay, now I know where they are."
They're overcompensating for muscles around them. Some of the big ones that we work on, like that we think, oh, just get the biceps, triceps, and we don't think about all those stabilizers
Yeah.
and all the other little things like the
That's
shoulder.
it. It's stability, yeah. Just like me leaning on this, that proximal stability. This is what I lack. You know what was cool? The doc that worked with me today at the end of my session, she is hypermobile, so she gets it. I was like, she told me, she goes, this shoulder will sublux. I'm all, you get it. Cool. So it was nice to have someone who completely understood what I was talking about. Yeah.
And now this struggle and the description of each other is like, oh, so this, no, this, no. I hate that. So this one, so we've all seen this. I don't know that we've ever talked about it. The Rise mushroom coffee.
Oh yeah.
And it just seemed like an interesting video I don't remember when I saved it, but let's watch a little bit of it.
Weed, very fun.
Weed, he says, very fun. Oh, that's why I saved it. Here we go. That's why I saved it this time. This guy's pretty funny too. Can I make this go higher? Here we go.
Weed, very fun.
Cheers.
Brain fog, very bad. After weed night, brain feels slow. Focus become hard. Walk into room, forget why. Brain work hard. Weed night, brain work harder. Some people feel cloudy even when not high. Common thing. Ancient monks find special mushrooms. Mushrooms make brain sharp. Monks focus for hours. Very impressive. Lion's mane supports mental clarity. Reishi help calm mind. Cordyceps fuel energy. No crash. Eat raw mushrooms. Gross. Rise. Put 6 mushroom in coffee. 1 cup. Brain happy. Taste like nutty latte. Not taste like mushroom. Very important. Foggy brain forever? Big scary. Brain feel clear again? Very good. Want support brain? Try Rise. 30-day money back guarantee.
I'm not gonna lie. Right? I'm not gonna lie. He does make me want to try it. What'd you say?
Okay, so huge warning, caveat, etc. Y'all, I can now, because it's under control, I can now take lion's mane, but that is the only one, and I'm very careful with that. All of these mushrooms, in particular shiitake and reishi, if you have autoimmune conditions, approach that with extreme caution. I don't advise it, especially if you have not done the other work to get your diet correct, get inflammation under control. If you have active autoimmune disease, don't do it because it will cause a flare. So if you get into the position of you're able to say I'm in remission, then approach with caution still. Lion's mane is the only one I won't touch shiitake or reishi, either one. So you have to be very careful with that. But yeah,
I didn't know there was any reason not to eat any of those, or maybe
it
like
boosts
allergies.
Immune activity. Yeah, and there's a whole huge list. Echinacea, golden seal, chlorella, the blue green algae, all that. It's not actually algae, you guys. It's not algae. It's other organisms that live on that, just like we talked about citric acid being from the bacteria or mold from that.
Oh,
so these boost immune activity, not necessarily in the best way, but if you have autoimmune disease or the predisposition for it, which you may not know, then you could be boosting yourself straight into your first episode with it. That's
Yeah.
what happened to our dear friend Sean Claskin's flow scope. He just about died.
So you think maybe? I wonder if there's a correlation to, like for me, I don't take any supplements except um, what is it with the M? Magnesium. So
Yeah.
if I feel like my immune system is pretty healthy, then there might be a chance that I don't need more immune boosting anything, right?
Yeah. Because this is the first thing I'm going to tell you to do if you feel like you need to help your immune system is liposomal vitamin C.
Yeah.
Like, there's never a reason
I eat a
to
lot
go
of
so
peppers, Stella.
extreme.
I eat a lot
Yeah.
of peppercini peppers. And I
Yeah.
guess they have a
Yeah.
lot higher vitamin C in them
Yes.
than hot peppers have more vitamin C than, say, an orange does.
And benefit yourself if you're eating citrus. Eat the white part in the peel on the inside. The bioflavonoids are concentrated there, and you need bioflavonoids to utilize the vitamin C.
She said flavonoids. Oh, just kidding.
You're
All right.
cheating yourself if you don't. So, but yeah, I mean, liposomal vitamin C, that's going to be the first course of action. I really feel like they push these boosters so hard, and like I was one of them. Okay, I was taking echinacea when I was in my 20s. You want to know when I started developing problems? In my 30s. So, I may have set that off myself. So you should be very careful with it, yeah.
Interesting. Boosting things that maybe you don't need boosted. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Chris, I see you in the house. Waylon, did you see the Stoner Gump episode where he touched on Shriam? And he
Do they mean shroom?
It doesn't look like shrooms.
I
I'm not
don't
sure.
know.
I'm not sure, buddy. But Chris is probably pretty tired. He just had to. He said his mom went back to the hospital at 3 a.m.
Huh.
And then when you were done there, you crashed. Yeah, man. Hope you get some rest. I hope your mom gets some help there. I don't know what's going on exactly, but yeah, make sure you get your rest in. No, he touched on one, then he woke up. I'm not sure, buddy. It's a little bit. That's not. I'm not sure what you mean. It's very confusing. Oh, here's another device I found, which I'm seeing a lot now. And then another guy explaining that similarly, but a little bit more in depth about the push-up here. Check out this cool device.
Did you guys know that standing on this vibration plate for 20 minutes is equivalent to doing 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, a 1-mile run, or even a
That's a
1-hour
lie, though.
ride? I use this plate all the time in my workouts now, but honestly, I would have
Is that
bought it
true?
even just for what it does internally. Just standing or sitting on the waiver is so good for your body. It gets your
Stabilizer
blood
muscles.
flowing all the way to your hands.
Can be helpful, but it's
Rows,
not going to make up
hands,
for those
and
other
feet are all great
exercises.
for tough workouts for muscle soreness and lactic acid buildup, but my absolute favorite benefit is the lymphatic drainage. I feel an immediate difference after just 10 minutes on it. It helps flush out that puffiness and heaviness, and my legs feel lighter right away. As a working mom of 2, by the end of the day, I'm completely overstimulated, and this has become my go-to way to wind down before bed. I sleep so much better now, and I can feel the difference in my body. After I had my second baby last year, all that water retention just melted off me after using this regularly. I honestly look and feel like a different person now. There's a reason these plates are in doctors' offices and gyms, and this one is my absolute favorite. I'm gonna leave it linked right below so you can check it out. It's 50% off right now. If you see the orange cart, grab it before it's gone. Did you guys know?
So it's funny that the way she talks about it, because then it says Life Pro, like she's selling it. Whose video is this then? I don't.
It's
Like,
an
who's
ad.
the?
No, somebody
Yeah,
paid
I
for it.
guess, but like it's an ad. So I guess my point is they make ads. I'm sure this is not new, but they're making ads to make you think it's coming from some grassroots like individual creator. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
Or
mean, we talked about drop shipping before.
well, that's the thing. Maybe that's what this is, but also maybe this lady made a review video for the company, and they're like, we're going to use this video. But in the video, she's talking about the link below and everything, and it was probably referring to her page when she
Yeah,
posted it. I don't know. Let's see.
maybe.
There's no link. See, there's no link in the
Interesting.
chat. So they, so I don't know whose video that was, but that's weird. Thousands of women over 50. It's all they're trying. That's who they're targeting. Women over 50 are using the waiver to walk taller, steadier. So the waiver, right? But Who's this Life Pro?
Yeah,
They
good
got
question.
83,000 followers. Um,
Sometimes they do this, they set up a page like this and they get monetized, just from the clicks, the views. We know how that works.
so they're doing like a bunch of different kinds of like these are all different waiver looking things, but there's other machines here that are
Yeah.
using. So this is probably just a page in general for health machines that they're drop shipping,
Yeah.
and so the waiver is who I would really want to follow. I'd like to find them, the waiver, the
There's
life.
some
Well, it
validity
says
to
the
it,
Life
there
Pro
is,
waiver, so it is
but
theirs.
it doesn't replace,
Yeah.
running and all of that. It's definitely not going to replace lifting weights.
And would you drag it out every time you got to sit down, every time you want to sit down at the TV, every time you have to
I'd
fold
be
laundry?
annoyed.
Like
I'm like,
you
get this
go
thing off
drag it
me.
out, right? Or you just leave it there in front of the couch, and
I
then
just
you're
want to
walking
relax,
around it. You're stepping around it all day. I
tripping
feel
on
like
it.
it would just be another gadget that you wouldn't pull out. I don't know. Maybe
That's the thing,
I'd
it
like
is
to
a
try it.
gadget.
I would try it. I could stand on it while playing VR. I'm serious because a lot of times I'm just
Yeah,
standing still, and especially games that I'm not. It's not action packed where I have to dodge things or whatever. There's plenty of games that are more strategy based that I can stand still and I could be getting a workout.
possible that the best benefit might, I haven't researched it, but to my way of thinking, the whole thing about lymphatic drainage, I suppose, but I don't know. I
Hmm.
think for stability and everything, just get a rebounder, the mini trampoline.
My
Those
son would
things
love one of those. He would be on it.
Walmart,
He
cheap.
literally just stand. I can hear him upstairs when he's just jumping. He's bouncing up and down on the floor, just jumping up and down, like he's doing it
Should
right
get him
now.
one.
I thought about that. It was either that, they're like 350, or a bike. He really wants a new bike, and that's going to be another, 300, whatever.
Let's see. Here's one on Amazon for less than $50.
What are you calling it?
Rebounder. You don't need to get the expensive ones. You can get them at Walmart cheap.
Uh,
Let me find what the price is on at Walmart right now, because
I
that's where
bought
I got
some.
mine.
Oh, I see. I never heard of it called that. I just always thought mini trampoline.
Yeah.
Wow, 120, 100, 85.
Nah. Like, here's one for $60 at Walmart.
47. Found one for
Yeah, see?
47.
See, you gotta look, yeah. Don't ever take the first one at the top, you guys.
Yeah, I try not to.
And then
Oh,
once
this
you
one
click
doesn't
on the
have
one that's the
the
better
handle.
price.
This one doesn't have a handle.
Yeah,
That's why it's
yeah,
cheap.
there's various types, yeah. So once you click on the one that has the better price, then also scroll down and look for better deals.
Different options.
See?
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Here's one with a handle, and it's 59. Here's one
And for that
52.
matter, also price comparing eBay, sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less. But like
Here's
check
one. Here's one
Amazon,
for
Walmart, eBay.
330. Here's one for
That's too much.
330. No handles, no
That's
nothing.
too much. It ain't worth
She's
that.
like running on it, or she's bouncing on it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They don't need to be expensive.
Interesting. So Before this on Amazon, I was looking at some accessories for my kayaking trip. I'm gonna find out if I can get a treadmill. Well, at 900, 1100 for a VR treadmill.
Walking pads are down to around 100 sometimes, but a true treadmill is up there. I kind of want a walking pad, but I don't have a place to put it yet, so I gotta make space.
Have you seen the 360-degree treadmills they have for VR like
No,
this?
that's
So
crazy.
yeah, so here's the cheapest looking one. Um, yeah, so here's an image of the guy. Like, so you're strapped in, and that thing turns around with you. It rotates around with you, and I guess you guys can't see the big version that I'm putting up there, but yeah, and you just rotate that thing with you as you're turning around, and you can run in whatever direction.
Like a falling accident waiting to happen.
Yeah, and what's not what they don't what you don't think about is that when you play, if you someone who's tried VR games, especially games that you're fighting and you're swinging a sword or shooting a gun or whatever, there's a lot of times where you want to jump to the side. Like,
Yeah.
you're not. There's no like you can
And
kind
I
of.
have proprioception problems, so if I can't, even in a dark room, I lose my balance.
Hey Kyle. Hey Brenda.
So, yeah. It's one of the reasons I won't do the VR stuff. I don't want to get hurt.
I get that. I just mean like people who do play it. Like, I just can't imagine that being something that.
Autonomic dysfunction, proprioception problems that come with that and the hypermobility, it's a whole complex of neurological stuff, so
So check this out, Tala. I bought this for my kayak. It clamps down on the kayak.
I'm assuming not for rapids.
Well, the river I'm
Sail.
going on, the river I'll be on this weekend is not there. There are very few rapids. Like, this will stay on for the little tiny bits of ones that like, and
You
if it
can't do a
doesn't,
rollover either.
I mean, I think I spent $14 on it. Like, I got the cheapest one, and I'm not that worried about if it doesn't make it through. It'll be fun to
Yeah.
see if it does. But it was specifically I typed in kayaking. It doesn't show it here, but
Huh.
I know that was part of its.
Intended purpose.
Yeah, I mean, I saw a picture of it, but then now I'm not seeing it. That's kind of
Someone tried it and they had to take the photo down.
like, oh no, this doesn't work like we thought it did. Oh
You're gonna
wow.
find out.
Well, I think I typed in kayak. Uh, umbrella, or what I put, shade. Yeah, so I was looking at all these, and then I found maybe it was just shade, but I found this in here. I should have just got this for $10.
There you
Hold on.
go. That goes everywhere your head goes.
Yes. Why didn't I get this? That's such a good idea.
Although if you do
It's
end
a
up
hell of a hack.
rolling over, you're gonna be fighting with that.
Well, sure, but it's going to be a sailing kayak. You think, Kyle? Yeah, if it's windy enough, I could use that as a sail and hold it out in front of me, just pull me ahead. Oh, there's a camouflage one.
I'm all about camo.
That's hilarious, and it
Uh,
makes me really want one.
Embarrassing amounts of camo. Even my living room drapes, they're real treat. Wait, did I get mossy oak? I think it's mossy oak. I have mossy oak drapes.
Okay, see, okay, here it is. This is a very similar one, and it's under kayak shade. Oh man, this better work.
Yeah, I see a few of them on there.
I think this was the.
The one that's flat
Yeah,
is
that's the
probably
one.
the preferred design. I don't know.
Well, this is like an umbrella, except has like a long side to it.
The
So
question is going to be: is it stable enough with one pole? That's the thing. That's what I'm looking at. The flat one has two
it has a pretty
supports.
strong clamp,
Yeah, they
and the
make those
pole.
for um, like lawn chairs that don't have their own on. They make similar ones to that, which I had one out in the yard that like it just stayed out there too long and the wind shredded it.
Man, I swear I saw it where they used it for. There's one for the. I was thinking
Like
about
I swear it
using
was
it.
here.
I was thinking about using it for. I bought a cooler raft for my cooler. Oh no, there's nobody using it for a kayak. I got. Oh man.
I was late getting my first cup of coffee today. I did not have time before physical therapy, and my PT appointment was 7 a.m. So that forced me to get back to getting up early like I normally would.
Yeah.
$93,
Yeah, I
Jared.
saw that. I was like, a boat shade is $93.
I
What?
won't even spend that much on those big ones that go in the yard. I don't think they call it a golf umbrella, but because it's intended for the. So those I wait until they are marking them down. If they're 60, they're down to 40. If they're 45 or so, they come down to 30, maybe 25. I wait till the end of the season and buy them then. You know.
Most aerodynamic one, Kyle. What about this one, Kyle? It's like a parachute that slows you down.
That's what I'm saying, man. If you catch a breeze,
Yeah, I gotta be careful.
say
These
they
ones.
call it wind surfing. You're gonna be, you know, sail kayaking. I don't know.
Well, see, I didn't want to. I don't know. I don't have a picture of my kayak handy that I can kind of compare these two. That's why I picked one that has a clamp that I can just kind of clamp it. And if I can't clamp it to that, then I'm gonna clamp it to the um
Clamp it to your hat.
no, this yeah, that would be messed up. But I was gonna show you this is the hat I'll be wearing, so I'll have this nice sun hat, that I
Awesome.
can, keep
I love me
But
some boonies. I got lots of boonies.
I'm gonna try this thing out. We'll see what happens. But then I bought this, which I spent a little more than I wanted to on a raft, but it's actually much heavier duty material. It's not just it's
Is
like
it like a
it's like
trailer?
no, it's like a Kevlar or Mylar or something like that. It's
I
not.
mean, do you tow it like a trailer?
Yes, it'll be. I'll be towing it behind my kayak, and this
It's
cooler is
smart.
way bigger than the cooler I'm taking, so I'm gonna have a little bit of extra room in there. So I'm thinking either help somebody else carry something, or I also
Great
bought
idea.
this. I
The
bought
canoe trip
this
that I did in
dry bag.
Oklahoma when we capsized, the guys behind us who ran into us after we capsized because of the guy in the back,
Have a
not
good
me. I
day,
didn't
Leather
do it.
Rose.
He planted his paddle against a snag and pushed and flipped us like an idiot. So the guys behind us, when they hit, they took on water. They had the cooler in their canoe. So the cooler
Huh.
cooler ended up in the river too, and they're screaming, "Save the beer!" I'm like, "I'm drowning."
Yeah.
I I had a muscle cramp in my leg because the ridge on the bottom hit my quads,
Ugh.
and it's cold water, and I went into shock. So I'm like, I'm going under a couple of times trying to get to the shore, and they're like, "Save the beer!" I'm all, "What about the sandwiches?"
Yeah, oh man, that's one thing I have to remember.
Me, then the food, then the beer.
So I I forget to bring food. I'll bring a bunch of water. I bring multiple metal, like these containers. I don't really bring a bunch of bottles of water. I bring a bunch of containers that have ice and water, and then I'll bring
Yeah.
extra ice. And
You should pack food. You should, because
that's what I'm
like
saying.
not just not just like the typical, oh, I should eat at some point during the day, but for example, I knew, because I know myself, when that happened, if you have any kind of injury, your body's going to start burning resources.
Mm-hmm.
And once the guy that I was with hauled me up onto shore, I was like, I need one of those sandwiches right now. I could
Yeah.
tell, like it was all going south.
So I got this dry bag, the biggest one that they had, 40 liter. I don't know how big that really. I don't know how to realistically think
Do you
about
have a
that.
vacuum sealer?
No.
Man, you should have one. Everybody's got those by now.
You know what? I
That's
don't.
something you could do for
Okay.
food. You need one.
Well, for food, it's not just for food, but like I wanted to do something. I bring a bag each year, and I'm like, the one year my whole bag got put in the water, and I picked it up. Luckily, where most things in it were okay, but um, I thought, well, what if I put a plastic bag, like a garbage bag, inside of that bag, and then put all the stuff inside of that, and then I went ahead and splurged for the $20, and I got myself a dry bag. It
So
also comes with this cool. You see the phone case there? That's like a waterproof.
Oh, yeah.
I already have one of those, but that's nice to
Yeah.
have. Go ahead.
So a vacuum sealer, I mean, not only can you do your own food sealing, stuff like this might be waterproof enough. It should be theoretically, but it might get, there might be something. So you want to vacuum seal your snacks, vacuum seal some toilet paper, okay? Vacuum seal your first aid kit, because like if something happens, you just zip it open, but it's all protected if you get dunked and maybe the dry bag didn't do its job. Everything in it, just like you're packing for a flight, because I know from experience you can't trust the airlines. They'll leave your bag on the tarmac in the rain all night on the East Coast.
Yep. You can't trust your stuff. That's why I thought this dry bag was cool. Whoa.
They're good, but I would just do a double measure.
You think? Okay, so maybe put the dry bag in a bag. Or put a
No, I
bag
just
inside the dry bag.
like, I mean, at the very least, get some heavy duty, like freezer bags, Ziploc, and put your food and things that you want
For
to keep
sure.
dry in
Yeah.
that. Yeah. But get a vacuum sealer.
But then what if I use it? If I open up the vacuum, like if I put my phone or not my
Keep
phone, but
some
like
Ziplocs in there. Yeah. Oh, yeah, the phone should always be in a waterproof
one of these
case
things, yeah.
like that. Yeah, yeah, you should
I
always have
I
that.
don't know if it's gonna fit, Tala, but the phone inside the water, I should try it. I'm gonna open this up as much as I can, and then I can, while especially going through like rapids and stuff, and I can have my phone recording while it's
See,
up
now
on
I'm
my.
gonna tell you again, you need a GoPro.
Yeah, I mean, okay, but I don't have the GoPro money right
Yeah,
now.
I know.
What I have is
I'm gonna get something like that before Yosemite, which is gonna have to be next year. But yeah, I'm gonna get something like that, because the one thing I really regret is not having video of the cable section while I was climbing. So I'm gonna
Yeah,
make sure this time I've got that.
that would be really wicked if you had a cool, like a legit You'd want a legit GoPro for that.
First person view, you guys. I'm gonna show you first person what it's like climbing Half Dome. Okay, so
That
I'm doing
sounds
it.
intense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have a good day, Denise. I have to attend the Energizer Bunny grandbabies. Oh yeah, I hear you. We're about at the 2 hour mark anyway. I think I have. I wanted to see what the big one looked like compared. I didn't look. I wasn't watching. I think I have just this last video here of basically the same push-up thing, but a little different angle on it because what he talks about it.
From the arms, which only causes strain.
Let me just go back a little bit. Here we go.
A lot of people push from the arms, which only causes strain in the wrist elbows, and shoulders, and push-ups never really improve. What you need to do is shift forward to
That's the part
activate
the other
the
one
core.
doesn't say.
You do it by pulling down and outward to activate
Yeah.
the back and the shoulders. And then you activate the chest by bringing the arms together. Now your hands are glued and you shift forward, and now you push from the core.
Yeah.
That's how you'll get more from your push-up.
I like
So
it.
she had me doing straight armed,
Most things that are going to
sink
give you the
in,
greatest reward require.
and then
Oh, Tony Robbins.
push. Okay, so when I'd push, she was tapping those muscles that she wanted me to connect with so I could feel where they were. So that's all we were doing was straight armed to push out. And then once I got to the top and really put some strength into it, then that engaged those muscles that I couldn't feel before. So I understand where they are now. And I just felt that when I just now did that even without body weight on it. So I'm gonna be sore tomorrow.
Yeah.
I can feel it.
No, like I like doing push-ups, but I think I've been messing myself up for a long time doing them the wrong way. I was always worried about,
Can't do this either.
huh?
I can't do them like this. I have to do just Russians do push-ups on their fists like this, by the way, you guys.
Yeah,
This
knuckle
is what I
push-ups.
learned from. I can't do like this because my wrists are too delicate. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to be careful with the wrist. So yeah, so knuckles is good for the wrist too. Hey, what's up, Gabe? So we're gonna spin the door prize here in a minute. So you just got in just in time, my friend.
Yeah,
but
she
yeah, I've
even
been
asked
so
me that. She was like, "Can you flat palm?" I'm all, no.
like my wrists, elbows, and shoulders have had problems, and I one year I
Same.
was doing a lot of push-ups, and I was even doing some like headstands and things outside,
Oh.
recording myself. And the push-ups though I think was the problem. I was doing a lot of push-ups, thinking I was going to get in better shape, and ever since in the military, I was worried about keeping my back straight, like all the way. Like I was using as good a form as possible, but no one ever said anything about the elbows, because there was like
Right.
wide arm, there's like diamond push-ups, there's those kind of things, but
Yeah,
they never said anything about keeping the elbows in, and so I was worried about making sure I bent all the way down to where I touch my chest off the ground even, and then you go all the way up, because there's a lot of like shortcut type push-ups you can do, and I never once thought of that. So now I'm keeping the elbows in, baby. All right,
Yeah,
let's
I've
see a
been
dancing
working on
banana
it.
party before we get going here.
It's weird. It's not comfortable. It's because if you've always done it wrong, and I always did, and so I've been working on it for a while.
All right, I'm gonna get the people who commented below the video. We got Margaret, Kayla, Denise, Lila Rose, and Alice.
Speaking of hungry.
Hungry. Yeah, got to get something. Like I don't know.
Well,
I fast a lot, and I think some of that is not good because your body starts learning to hold on to stuff. So I gotta, when I exercise,
the
I definitely
longer
gotta
you
drink more
can,
liquids.
the longer you can fast, it's actually better for you.
All right, let me see a dancing banana party for all the people who are here still on Rumble. Who's in the
By the
house?
way, I found one. I found it. I
Hey,
gotta
what's
find it
up,
for
Nick?
like next week. I found a Jack Link's. It's a mini stick that doesn't have MSG or anything weird in it. So there's a
Kyle,
few of
come
their
to Rumble.
products that are okay.
Kyle, come over to Rumble. Here, last minute, get one more spot. We got Diane. We got Kayla. Not okay. I was gonna say, did not one of you give me any dancing bananas? Well, at least Kayla did.
I see
I
them.
commented below. I will look, Brittany. I'm not seeing it. I'm not sure which video you commented on, but it may not have been this one. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Brittany. I'm sorry. I'm gonna wait. Kyle's gonna get here any minute. Tala, you know what's happening? Friday. I should have brought it down here, but I have a Starlink Mini now. It was sent to me from our friend Kat Reed, who's one of the she's on People in the Boxes, and she's also in the game night roster lineup. Kat Reed, and she sent me a Starlink, which was awesome. I mean, I paid for the shipping, but man, that's incredible. And
Very
we're
cool.
going. That means we're gonna have, as long as I can. I'm gonna go and test it tomorrow. I'm taking my son back to his mom's today, so I'm gonna go over there and test it and see if I can make sure the signal's good. But if I'm getting, 200 megabytes upload speed, it's on, and there's a lot of stuff going to be happening. I'm actually going to look into, and I should have already done this, but I don't know what it costs or how I could get my gaming license. I know that's that's I'm not really sure the ins and outs of like people playing the game from all over the country, like because I think gaming licenses are state things.
Yeah,
So
they are.
I would have to get one in every state. I don't I don't know. So I'm gonna have to look into it. But this
That's
thing's
why it's so complex. Yeah.
sure. Well, this is turning into something that's got some real possibilities and real opportunities. So I want to do it, by the book, and we're gonna try and make it all on the up and up. But that might actually make it where only people who are there at the show can play in the game. Eventually, I think that's probably going to happen, just legally speaking. So we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But there'll still be ways to give. I can do giveaways and stuff to people watching. So there'll still be ways I can do stuff. But
Because I like to say we'll burn that bridge when we get on it.
exactly, yes. But I'm trying to if it gets to a point, like I may have a knock on the door one day, so I gotta cover my own butt. You guys know what I'm saying?
At least before you answer the door.
Yeah, I gotta cover my butt, sir. Hold on a moment, covering my butt. You have to hit the X and make the comment on the live. Yeah. I'll look again, Brittany. Here, let's see. Refresh. I'm not seeing it. Yeah, all you gotta do is close. If you're on a phone, you gotta close the live chat, and then you'll see the comments. Click comments, and that will pull up the permanent comments here. Click comments. All right. Shuffling. Yeah, I appreciate the I get that's why I give you an extra spot for commenting below the video, because I think it helps long term for the video to be able to see some comments down there. Oh, hey, people, watched this, and then they might watch the replay. Big weekend, Tala. Big weekend. Between the internet finally, being, I think if it works out, it's going to be like a huge game changer. And then kayaking all day Saturday. Plus, a friend of mine,
Nice.
one of my newer subscribers who's also on People in the Boxes, Miss Kristen Grubb, she's coming into town to go to the Token Flow with her friends. So they're going to be coming live in person to game night. So I'll have my first out of town audience coming to watch. So it's going to be good. It's going to be exciting.
Very cool.
Try not to make it take too long on Friday because I have a big day Saturday, you guys. And of course, Tala wins again. Tala.
Give it to someone.
Give it to someone else. Well, I will just spin
Lord
it.
willing, I'm going to try to. My campsite that I want to get to, so far as I know, is now open. So maybe Sunday. Maybe I can't. Not dropping anything else on anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, be careful. My son has been asking to plan a camping trip. Like almost every day, he says something about it, and I'm like, he's like, "Can we plan a camping trip now?" And I'm like, it's in the works. Like I'm thinking about it, trying to figure out what weekend I could do it, and like we're definitely gonna make a camping trip happen for him. But it's starting to get to the hottest part of the year, like coming up here, and so it's tough.
Backyard camp out.
Yeah, I mean, I like to go to a camping, campground somewhere that's got some cool stuff. Like we used to go to this one that was right next to Six Flags, and that could be like a little twofer, you know what I mean? And the campground had a bunch of little things and stuff. Kim Marston, are you here?
Like, let me see when it is. There's an annual thing. When is
Kim Marston, are you here with us still?
Great American. It looks like it's already. Wait, no, it's coming up. Great American Backyard Campout is observed on June 27 this year.
That's my camp out. That's my kayak trip.
Ah, okay. Yeah, 26. Let's see, 27.
Hey, Lisa.
Backyard Campout, Swift Cantrell Park. Backyard Campout for Reed Arboretum. Yeah. So yeah, the Great American Backyard Campout, for anybody who does not know, this happens every year. This year, I don't know if the day changes. I think it does. June 27, 2026. It's just a time for families that maybe they can't get to a campground, whether it's affordability or whatever other reasons. Have a little camp out in your own yard. You can have a fire pit, do whatever you would normally do. You still got the convenience of the house if you need things. For some people, that's an option, especially if you've got really little kids and it's maybe a little more difficult to get away to a campground. Then you can kind of give them that experience when they're very young. Me, I was in Yosemite when I was 2, but not everybody can do that.
I've been to places where you can get, like, we rented a cabin at a campsite. Like there's a cabin there, not instead of just a tent. That was fun. I forget where that was, but yeah. And then this one I think it's a Yogi Bear, or is it?
Yeah, there is a.
That's the one
that's
by Six Flags.
I don't know if it's a national park. There's something like that. Yeah.
There's a chain of like these campgrounds. There's.
I want one that's themed after Jurassic Park. I'm a weirdo.
Yeah, that would be a little Tala. That's funny. You got on the wheel a couple times. My bad.
Those people that are in the big Velociraptor suits walking around.
That would be like, especially if it was close to nighttime. You're like, hey, can they stop that? Well, there's like a fire.
I would love it. I would be freaked out, but I would love it.
Just slithering through the campsite.
In fact, if you're in Southern California, in my region, out at the Living Desert, they actually have events where they do camps there too. So that's a controlled environment.
A
It's kind of cool
desert
because
camp out?
well, yeah, at certain times of year, it's okay. I go out to Salton Sea to camp, but
I
yeah,
need
they
some
do.
greenery though.
They do events, and with those special events, you also have extra viewings. It's the Living Desert is a zoo. They have exotic animals there. They've got giraffes and big cats and all kinds of stuff. So it's kind of cool.
I wonder how long how big this delay is with Rumble. Margaret Jet just won. Margaret, are you here? Can I get a number 1 in the chat just for audio purposes? Number 1 in the chat. I want to see how long it takes for that number 1.
So the fun thing with that backyard campout is take pictures and post them online and use their hashtags, and then you can see everybody else who's camping in their backyard that night. It's kind of fun.
That's interesting. Yeah. Like you're all on your own, like you're in a campsite, but not. Wow. Okay. There it is. You saw that, Tala? It was a good 30 seconds.
Chris. Everybody's got to do it now.
Well, I appreciate all the ones. Thank you all.
Cool.
Congrats, Margaret. Are you here? Margaret might not be here either. This is a rough one today.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks, Gabe. Not seeing. We've got to wait at least 30 seconds in between. More people with 1. Everyone's doing the 1 now. But Kayla was the first one. And that works on so many levels. And it was a good 30 seconds before she hit it. I had to leave for a bit. That's okay. Oh. They weren't working? Waylon's number 1. Oh, thanks, Alice. I love you. All right, Margaret's not here. That's okay. It's an unusual day. Oh. Anyway, I can't wait to play the Meta Quest at the warehouse when I have the Starlink. I'm going to be running around this big open, just unfathomably open space inside of VR. I'll be able to just walk around, It'll be weird. But either way, I'll still get to the edge, and I'll have to, use the controls to actually turn my person around. That makes me sad though about VR that it does trigger balance issues, vertigo and all these things like that. It makes me sad because I wish everybody could at least try it. Lila Rose, I think she had to leave.
I tried one of the early ones. My parents had a shop at the mall, and there was it was sponsored. This is the weirdest thing. It was sponsored by Bubblicious, the bubble gum. And they had one of the early VR sets, and they were setting people up, and it was some kind of game. And I literally have such difficulty processing visually that they tried to explain the game to me, and I couldn't figure out what I was supposed to be doing in there. I couldn't, because the early ones weren't like a video. It was like line drawings like the old video games. And I was like, I don't understand what I'm looking at. Like, I couldn't do anything in the game. I'm all okay. They gave me a free trial because we had a shop, so it didn't cost me anything. But I was like, what are you supposed to do with this? But yeah, it did kind of like it does kind of mess you up if you have balance issues.
Well, it messed me up at first, but it took a little getting used to. We talked about it before, but yeah, it's I don't get to play that often. I probably think about it a lot more often than I get to actually play it.
Yeah.
But I will be the hottest part of the summer and when it gets really cold in the wintertime, like it's a good indoor activity to have. And Brittany, she called it. Guess what, you guys? Brittany said, "Say my name, say my name." Guess what, Brittany? I did. Your name is in my mouth. Brittany, congratulations. And that was what you needed. She was looking for a coupon for a game night. She asked me earlier, or she asked me yesterday, and I don't think she has one. So now she has one. Just like that, Brittany. Just like that. Didn't this happen last week? This happened to her like 2 weeks in a row or 3 weeks in a row. Like she's sitting on no coupons, but she wins one throughout the week, uses one on game night because she I think she's at work or she can't always be there, so she wants to make sure she gets those wins. So she uses a coupon, a ticket, to hold her spot in the game. I got to do some work probably tonight after I drop my son off. I got to do some work on the game for this weekend now that I have proper internet, or I should have anyway. Yeah, still, like I say that because it's like I haven't actually plugged it in and actually used it yet, so we'll see what happens. But it looks very simple. And if that's the case, that means that I need to ramp up the game. And the game, did I tell you about the current game, Tala? It's called baked potato, like this, or maybe like this.
Oh my god!
Like this guy here. A baked potato. That's the current game. Yeah, congrats, Brittany. It's fun because it's actually like a brain teaser game that I came up with where I'm asking you name me like, you know, 7 vegetables, in 30 seconds. And so it might be something real simple, but the whole point is to like make people brain fart and and be like like 6 different types of wood, or like there was just a bunch of them. There was some like name 6 different elements on the periodic table of elements, and like a bunch of them are super easy, but you don't think about that often. You know what I mean? There's a whole bunch of good ones. I mean, we played it 3 weeks now, so I've come up with a lot of them. I think we have fun, and if you get it within 30 seconds, I put a timer up on the screen. Then they get prizes. If they don't get it in 30 seconds, they're a baked potato. At that point, that's when they are a baked potato.
I see.
Chris got baked. Yeah, Chris got baked last week, so he lost his title to Brenda. Yeah. Anyway, we can get out of here, but good episode. A lot of good stuff tonight. If you guys didn't, or today, if you guys didn't see the rest of the show, go check it out. We got 2 hours of goodness for you. Tyler, you got a space or anything coming up this week? You want to promote?
If I go camping, I'm not even co-hosting. I already
that's
warned Trish that if I take off, if I can take off, I'm going to take off. So,
right.
Yeah, nothing planned immediately. Yeah.
That makes sense. Well, we will see you guys next week for We Grow Wednesday in July. Be July next week.
That's right. Yep. See you next month.
Yeah, see you next month. But I will see everybody tomorrow night. People in the Boxes at 8 o'clock. We're going to talk current events and lie to each other about it while we do it. So it's always fun. It's a fun game, Tala. It's a fun game. We have to guess whose story is whose, and people are like, "Nah, I would never." What do you mean? I don't know what that is. Yeah, it's good. All right, guys, hit the like button on your way out. Appreciate it. We're gonna See you next time. Where's my new outro? Yes. Peace. Thanks, Tala. We'll see you guys. Go follow Tala on YouTube now. See her over there. Peace. Remember, everybody's got to eat. Good night.